Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.
Will, Chris, I'm so excited to talk to you. I really was all the way in from episode 1, and I binged it the whole way through. There's so much. There's the beautiful costumes, the gallantry. It's so character driven, strong women, affected men who are trying to find themselves. What is the origin story for you in the creation of this project and bringing it to life?
Yeah, so I was a writer-producer on another Shondaland show, Scandal, prior to Bridgerton. And as that show was coming to an end, I was looking for what to do next. And I wanted to do something completely different than modern day political intrigue on Capitol Hill. And that's really when Shonda told me about these books that she had. And that night after we met, I took the books home and I just devoured them. I fell in love with this world and these characters. They were funny and emotional, and these books were sexy and charming, and there was a delightful family at the center of everything. Not to mention, I think the books afforded me an escape, and an escape is exactly what I was looking for at the time. And so I also think it's what audiences are looking for today as well, and it's what they'll get with Bridgerton.
Absolutely. Much like your previous projects, at least from the American point of view or worldwide, we have such an interest in monarchy and that time period, but it was so fresh and new. I like some of the musical choices that were placed in there during the balls that people will recognize once they hear it. What is the key to making a tale like this that is very period specific appeal to a modern dynamic?
I think, I love a good period piece, and I love the genre. I love everything from the sets and the costumes to the locations to this. There's this world that is just so rife with conflict. Men and women have to, abide by so many rules, and that provided so much story for us in the writer's room. But for as much as I love a good period piece, I do think they're often considered a little traditional and a little conservative. And with Bridgerton, I wanted to create the period piece that I've always wanted to see and one I hadn't seen before. And I think that, that was all about, infusing and telling these stories and exploring these characters through a contemporary lens and bringing a modern sensibility to everything. And you see that immediately with the way we cast the show. We have an amazing sprawling cast, a diverse cast, not just in terms of ethnicities, but ages and all backgrounds. And, the look of the show is very fresh, and there's a vibrancy here, and there's a little sparkle and effervescence to everything. I wanted the world of Bridgerton to be a world of swagger and style, and I think you see that in everything from our production design to our costumes, which are all rooted in the Regency but still slightly updated, and the volume is turned up on everything. And then of course it's the themes that we explore too. We're exploring some really modern, relatable themes that I think people will be able to relate to.
Absolutely. I mean, women at that time, what I like about the characters, they're all flawed in their own ways. The women want to have this ability to branch out and step outside of the societal norms, but they're still deeply rooted in femininity and family and all these other things that people make it seem like women have to forget in order to achieve a certain goal. With all of these characters are so memorable. By the end of episode 1, I knew all of their names. I didn't have to, take a whole lot of notes to remember who they were. Did you have a certain, like a mantra or anything like that you shared with each of your performers that they would carry with them throughout the day?
Every character is different and unique. I think everybody knew what show they were on, and we were exploring the glamour and the lavishness and this beautiful escapist world, but at the same time I always wanted there to be this running modern commentary about how in the last 200 years everything has changed but nothing has changed, and that goes for both women and men. I think we explore the female plight, and we're looking at how women have been strategizing on ways to assert themselves and find their agency for generations. And I think that, it's those modern issues that really make the show what it is.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, You know, I won't ask you to pick a favorite character because they're all beautiful and they're all unique in their own special ways. Who amongst the cast were funny or interesting or unique or had some different things that they like to do before they get started that you can recall?
I think, this is such a talented, gifted group of actors that, I love each and every one of them. I think that I had so much fun laughing with Nicola Coughlan on set, on and off set. Fans of Dairy Girls will know her. Adjoa Andow, Golda Rosheuvel, who plays our Queen Charlotte. It was just incredible and so amazing. And of course, we have Julie Andrews, who, what is there to say about Julie Andrews? She is a legend. And as the voice of Lady Whistledown, it's something that I'm really excited for audiences to get to hear. The words coming out of Julie Andrews' mouth, because she gets to say some of the most scathing things, but always in her signature, bright Julie Andrews kind of way.
So classy and elegant. Thank you so much for your time, Chris.
Thank
This is
you.
a fantastic show, and I can't wait to talk about it on Twitter.
Thank you so much. Nice speaking to you.
You too. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.